Hello, I'm your host, Hugo Alejandro Pedrosa. Last time we learned how to ask and answer questions in the job interview, and our friends Anna and Tashomi got new jobs. Today, you will learn how to ask questions while on the job. The first day on the job is the day to start asking questions and learn where everything is. Let's watch our friend Jose on his first day at the legal clinic. What is one of Jose's duties? Who helps Jose learn where everything is? Watch and listen.
I'll leave this message for Mr. Rodriguez. You're welcome. So, Jose, how's it going? Are you finding your way around okay?
Yeah, if I could only see my feet. My only problem is I don't know where to copy these files. Mr. Rodriguez told me to use the copy machine down the hall, but I can't find it.
It's right across the office behind that partition.
Oh, thanks, Maria. Maybe we could go to lunch later?
Sure, if I'm not too busy. Wait a minute. You have a lot to copy. Why don't you use the new copy machine in the conference room? It's twice as fast as that other copier.
That's a great idea. But where is it?
It's through that office and up the stairs. Turn left, and then it's the first office on the right. It's just inside the door. You got that?
I got it, I think. Is there an elevator I can take?
Sorry, the elevator's not working today. When you get finished making those copies, bring them back to me, and then you can start on these cases that need to be filed.
All these, and it's only my first day on the job.
Hi, my name is Barbara Witz, and I'll be your teacher today. Let's answer some questions about what we just saw. Does Jose work in an office? Yes, he does. He works at Latino Legal Services. Who works with Jose there? That's right, Maria does. Does Jose have to mail some letters? No, he doesn't. He has to make some copies. Does Jose know where the copy machine is? No, he doesn't. Who tells Jose where the copy machine is? That's right, Maria does. Does Maria ask Jose out to lunch? No, she doesn't. Jose asked Maria out to lunch. Is the conference room located downstairs? No, it isn't. It's located upstairs. Can Jose take the elevator upstairs? No, he can't. Why not? That's right, because the elevator's being fixed. In the next segment, we'll see Jose learn all about his new job. Listen to the questions he asks. What kind of things does he need to know? Where does Jose have to go after he's made copies? When is Jose's break? Let's watch and listen.
Yes, Dr. Watanabe. I put those in the mail last week. You should get them any day. Okay. Bye.
Hey, Maria. Which filing cabinet do the green files go into?
The green ones go into this one, and the yellow ones go into that one over there.
Great, thanks.
Yes?
Maria, the Martinez deposition. I need a copy of it right this minute.
Yes, Mr. Novella. Jose, could you make a copy of this for me right away?
But what about these files? You told me to finish them before lunch. I still have so many.
This is more important.
But
you can finish that later. Please, Mr. Novella needs a copy of this right away. Please make 2 copies and take one to Mr. Novella's office and bring the other one back here to me.
Where's Mr. Novella's office?
It's the largest office here, the one next to the emergency exit down the hall.
This is confusing. Which hall? There are 2.
That one.
Jose is having a hard day. Let's find out how the rest of his day is going.
Did you find Mr. Novella's office okay?
No problem. Here you go.
Jose, these originals are double-sided and the copies are single-sided. You have to make the copies exactly like the originals. Mr. Novella will not be pleased.
Maria!
See what I mean? Coming, Mr. Novella.
Jeez, there are so many rules to follow.
It's not your fault. I should have told you.
When is the break?
In half an hour at 10:30. What's wrong with you?
Where's the restroom?
It's down the hall next to the elevator, near the drinking fountain.
Thanks.
I sure hope my grandmother's doing better on her first day at the hospital.
Let's talk about what we just saw. Is Jose making copies when we first see him? No, he isn't. He's filing papers. Does Maria ask Jose to stop filing papers and start making copies? Yes, she does. Why does Jose have to stop filing papers and start making copies? That's right, because Mr. Novella needs copies made right away. Whose office does Jose get directions to? That's right, he gets directions to Mr. Novella's office. Does Jose make the copies correctly? No, he doesn't. What time is Jose's break? That's right, his break is at 10:30. Does Jose need directions to the restroom? Yes, he does. Jose's not the only person that has a new job. Mrs. Lopez has a new job too, as a nursing intern at a nearby hospital. Let's check in with Mrs. Lopez and see how she's doing on her first day on the job. Does Mrs. Lopez remember to punch in her time clock? What time is Mrs. Lopez's lunch? On what floor is the cafeteria located? Let's watch and listen. Afterwards, you will have a chance to practice asking some of these questions.
How are you doing, Mrs. Lopez?
It's so wonderful to be able to be working in a clinic again.
Well, I'm delighted that you have experience already. As it is, there's enough procedures to learn. Did you remember to sign in?
Yes, I did. I have a question. Do I sign out for lunch?
No, that's not necessary. That's a good question, though.
I have another question. What time is lunch?
At 12:30. Yes, Mrs. Guzman. I'm sure you'll feel much better in a couple of days. Don't forget to pick up your medication at the pharmacy.
So many patients. I forgot how many people you see in one day.
That's why we have to be very organized. Could you file Miss Guzman's record in her chart and her chart in the file?
Sure.
We file by last name. They're in alphabetical order.
Is this all right?
Well, it's in the file correctly, but the records are not in order. We have to be very careful. The files are arranged in chronological order.
Chronological order? What's that?
By date.
Oh.
See Miss Guzman's file? First record is 390, and the next is 590, and then 291, and so on.
I see.
Her first visit with us was in March of 90, and we always put the most recent visit in the back of the chart. That way the doctor has the patient's medical records in sequence.
Oh, thank you. I understand. It's lunchtime. Where's the cafeteria?
It's downstairs. But whatever you do, don't have the meatloaf.
Why? What's wrong with the meatloaf?
Well, you'll probably end up as a patient here. Have the sandwiches. They're made fresh and they don't taste too bad.
Oh, thank you. You've been such a help all morning. I'll see you after lunch. Oh, by the way, how long is lunch?
An hour.
Oh.
You're doing very good work, Mrs. Lopez, and it's nice to have you on the staff. I'm sure you'll be a nurse again in no time at all.
Thank you very much.
Where does Mrs. Lopez work? In a hospital, that's right. Did Mrs. Lopez remember to sign in? Yes, she did. Who does Mrs. Lopez ask about lunch? That's right, she asked her supervisor. What time is lunch? Yes, it's at 12:30. The files are arranged in alphabetical order. Is alphabetical order by letter or by date? That's right, alphabetical order is by letter. Chronological order is by date. Are the letters in the files arranged alphabetically or chronologically? That's right, they're arranged chronologically. How long does Mrs. Lopez have for lunch? That's right, she has 1 hour. On what floor is the cafeteria located? Yes, it's located on the first floor. Is the supervisor pleased with the job Mrs. Lopez is doing? Yes, she is. You're going to practice asking general questions about the schedule, your workplace, and your job. Listen to Jose ask Maria questions. After each question, you will have time to repeat the question. If you need more time, just push the pause button. Let's listen and watch.
Where can I go to copy these files?
There's a copy machine down the hall. Turn right at the first door. You can't miss it.
Is there a faster copy machine?
Yes, there's one in the conference room.
Which filing cabinet do the green files go into?
The green files go in that filing cabinet.
Where's Mr. Novela's office?
It's next to the emergency exit at the end of the hall.
When do we get a break?
In 30 minutes, at 10:30.
Where are the restrooms?
Go down the hall to the elevator, make a left. The restrooms are next to the drinking fountain.
Let's practice some more with Mrs. Lopez and her supervisor.
I have a question. Do I sign out for lunch?
No, that's not necessary.
I have another question. What time is lunch?
Lunch is at 12:30.
Do we have a coffee break?
Yes, at 10:15.
How long is the coffee break?
The coffee break is 10 minutes.
How long is lunch?
One hour.
It's lunchtime. Where's the cafeteria?
The cafeteria is on the first floor.
What do you recommend to eat?
I recommend the sandwiches. Whatever you do, stay away from the meatloaf.
Very good. Now you'll have a chance to practice asking more on the job questions. After you hear our friends ask the question, you'll have time to repeat it.
Do I punch my time card when I go to lunch?
Yes, you do.
Is there somewhere I can put my backpack?
Yes, there's a locker you can use.
Is it okay to receive phone calls when I am here at work?
Once in a while, it's okay, but don't make a habit of it.
Where in the stockroom do I find the invoices?
They're on the top shelf in the very back of the stockroom.
That was very good. Let's try it some more.
Where can I find a water fountain?
There's a water cooler around the corner.
Where's the bathroom?
Down the hall next to the elevator.
Do I report to you when I'm finished?
No, report to Mr. Harris. He's in charge of the assignments.
Is there a refrigerator where I can put my lunch?
Yes, we have a small one. It's next to the water cooler.
Where do I go to study when it gets slow?
In the back room.
Where do I eat lunch?
There's a table in the kitchen.
Do you offer a discount for employees?
Lunch is free for you when you're working.
That was very good. Now you will have a chance to practice thinking of questions to ask. When you hear the cue, think of a question that you can ask. Here's the first cue.
You're thirsty.
What's a good question to ask when you're thirsty?
Where is the water fountain?
It's down the hall.
See? Try it again.
You need to wash your hands.
What question do you ask?
Where are the restrooms?
They're on the second floor.
That's right. Here's another example.
You're really hungry.
What do you ask?
When is lunch?
Lunch is at noon.
What question do you ask when you hear,
You're not sure where a file goes.
Where should I put this file?
Put it in the green filing cabinet.
Now you try it. Listen to the cue, ask the question, listen for the answer. Choose from this list.
Where is the water fountain? Where are the restrooms? When is lunch? Where should I put this file? You're thirsty. It's down the hall. You need to wash up. They're on the second floor. You're really hungry. Lunch is at noon. You're not sure where a file goes. Put it in the green filing cabinet.
That was very good. Remember, if you need more practice, rewind the tape and repeat the exercises. Jose is having problems at his job. Different people are asking him to do different things. It's his job to help all of them, but he gets confused when different people ask him to do different jobs. Did this ever happen to you at your job? What did you do about it? Let's watch Jose hard at work. What does Mr. Novello want Jose to do? What does Maria want Jose to do? Think of ways that you can help Jose solve his problem.
I'll give him the message. You haven't finished copying that deposition? It's very important, Jose. Mr. Novella needed it right away.
I'm sorry. When I was waiting to use the copier, Miss Williams told me to distribute the afternoon mail. I just finished.
Jose, where's the fresh coffee? I have a client coming.
I'll do it right away, Mr. Novella.
I finished with my work for today. It's time for me to get out of here before Mr. Novella finds another emergency.
Jose, I don't mean tomorrow.
Please, I need help.
Well, okay. Just this once. But you have to find a way to finish all your work more quickly. Tell me what you did today.
I started to distribute the morning mail when Miss Williams asked me to copy the stack of papers. So I made copies. Then Mr. Novella was angry with me because the mail was late. And then Miss Williams gave me another stack of papers to copy.
What kind of papers were they?
I don't know. Does it really matter? First, I do one thing, and then somebody tells me to do something else. I get so confused.
Well, you have to do what's most important first.
How do you tell what's most important?
You need to ask.
Jose, where's that coffee? And those copies?
Right now, you need to make that coffee, and I'll run these copies.
Thank you. You're so wonderful.
Jose, I'm waiting.
What does Mr. Novello want Jose to make? Right, coffee. What else is Jose supposed to do? Yes, he's supposed to make copies. Does Jose ask Maria to help him? Yes, he does. Does Maria help him? Yes, she does. Why is Jose confused? That's right, because different people are asking him to do different things at the same time. What should Jose do first? Yes, that's right. He should do what's most important first. How does Jose know what is most important? That's right. He should ask. Does Jose have a problem? Yes, he does. What do you think Jose should do to solve his problem? Let's listen to his friends give him a few suggestions.
I think Jose should make a list of everything he has to do and figure out how long it will take and when the best time to do it is.
I think Jose should go back to his job at the restaurant.
Jose needs to ask for help.
Those are all possibilities for Jose. What do you think he should do? Write Jose a letter to tell him what to do.
Thank you for taking the time to learn with us. Let's review. Today, you learned how to ask questions while on the job. Next time, you will learn how to set up work schedules. Until then, keep putting English to work.